or we're going to have our general purpose agent manage a perps account. Now our starting balance here is going to be $630. And we're going to have general purpose agents, no coding, no proprietary fine tuning or anything like that. Just plain general purpose research agents essentially make our trades for us. For this will be HyperLiquid's platform, and we'll be trading HyperLiquid assets on Perpetuals. And so let's just start off right here with the first video, and we'll check in a few days to see how this performed. Now for the first prompt, I asked Manus to essentially look for overvalued assets, things that have a high potential short opportunity throughout the whole catalog. So first it found everything within the HyperLiquid catalog, then it looked through the options and decided on a current play that we can do. So let's just see what Manus came up with. So it came up with a dual short strategy. I'm only going to be doing one of the shorts because people can track the portfolio. So it's just easy if I just do the portfolio growth itself. And its primary target is Syrup USD. I know nothing about these assets, by the way. I'm going completely based on the information that Manus is giving me. There was going to be no other proprietary information needed from my end. Essentially, we'll be doing it completely through Manus, Flowith, Scout, any general purpose agent, GPT deep research, whatnot. So it says here's the setup. We'll have a short set up on Syrup USD. Entry price would be 52 cents, which is what it's currently at. Leverage at 10x, which is not offered. It's only offered 3x. That's a miscalculation that we just found there, but we'll do it anyways. It says 500 USD allocation. I just did the whole port, 630. And it says the notional position is 5,000, but actually the notional position is like, that'd be like 1890 or so. So it's using the margin tier formula over here. Why is my shit lagging so much, bro? Entry 52, liquidation, it estimates is at 0.546, but that would have been with the 10x leverage. With the 3x, that would be about 58 cents. Stop loss set at 54. I'm not even setting the stop loss. We're just going to let it hit liquidation. And profit target. So it says the fair value of the asset, according to Manus, is 42 cents. That's a 20% decline or so. And it says leverage Russell 192. That's not true. It's not a leverage Russell 192. It'll be like 60%, 57%. Target 2, it saes the macro axis fair value is 37 cents. And then target 3 is a full bubble deflation, which is 30 cents. Now, it gave a second short option here, KPAP USD short. And its reasoning on this was out of bounds to about, I don't even know how many zeros that is, 5 zeros and 1. At 10x leverage, going with 300, notional position of 3,000. And these were the profit targets that it set. And here are the estimated strategy performance targets. And then the execution strategy is like, just make the short right now in Syrup. Enter that market 51, 52 cents. And it says it's a high conviction play according to Manus. And then here's the current reasoning. It says that Syrup's overvalued. Both the assets from breakdown. Pepe has zero utility. I mean, that's kind of obvious. And that the meme coin rotation is ending. It thinks that that's the final recommendation. Let's look through more of its insights actually real quick. So it also gave a few others that we haven't looked into based on if you wanted to do a long, and out of what it chose based on the port size, it wanted a long fart coin. That's interesting. Down here when I did the research, it says, you're absolutely right, HyperLiquid's category has some terrible overvalued coins with a high probability of going to near zero, and here's the perfect short-term candidates. And that's how it came to its conclusions. It says expected time in 2 to 8 weeks. I'm not sure how accurate any of this really is. And it's at an 85% confidence level. I'm not sure what statistical calculations it did to get to that point. So here's what it's saying. Regulatory pressure, I mean, I'm not sure if that's really accurate. If anything, it's the other way around. Institutional avoidance, that's kind of an obvious statement. Sector rotation, that's debatable, honestly, but, for the most part, it's probably true. And then some technical analysis, which we all know is like hearsay at this point. All right, let's go to perps. I already made the short. I just made it not too long ago. Currently, position value is 1870. Entry price was 0.515. Market is 0.51. We're up $18. So we'll check on this in tomorrow or later this week's video when we close out the position and make our next trade. Until then,